Sweet, welcome back, guys. We're live. Looks like the chat's already started before the show. Awesome. So without any further ado, let's just jump right in. I had to go back and change the settings. YouTube, you got to fix that. I'm not sure if it's YouTube or Streamlabs, but Streamlabs is just awesome anyway. Once you get it working, when it doesn't work, it don't work, and when it works, it's just phenomenal. It's like a love-hate relationship we have for that application. I'm not sure where this part is from, to be honest with you, but I think I know where this is from. You ever find parts laying around, and you're like, wait, what is that? I think it's the airbrush from yesterday. And now I no longer have to swap parts, I think. Anyway, we'll save that for the airbrush experience, and we'll leave that there so I don't forget. Must be from the new one. Let's go to the hose. Let's see what we got. Oh, Nomadic FPV. I remember Nomadic FPV. They were here the last time. Sweet. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Bought a new Pavo 20 Pro 2. It's out for delivery. And they finally found my QAV Pro Micro package. Oh, wow. Oh, I know who that is. Okay. So it should arrive tomorrow. They shipped it in wrong direction. Okay, that's okay. That happens. At least you can track it. And don't mess this one up. And then we have here, next one. I have to buy a second 04 Pro so both can fly. I just ordered the Radiomaster T8L. I have the Pocket, but I like the DJI RC3, so I bought the ELRS equivalent using the soldering iron you gave me. Oh, that's so cool, Christian. Good, sweet. You know, but honestly, I'm not a fan of the Radiomasters. But let me just make sure that we're live before I go live, because I hate to be talking to myself. Yeah, there's a Jersey Droners meetup group, and every year they do what I do, which is build your own drone, and I love, to do their build a drone, because they build a real quad, not the ones like I have here with these little prop guard things on and everything. And their binding process and their experiences for like the Radiomaster, those controllers, and I sat through on the Zoom session when they were showing folks how to program it, and that shit took freaking forever, and all these buttons and programming left, right, and then up, down, and it was a nightmare. It wasn't something I was into, and I was like, maybe you guys can do one for the DJI ecosystem. And then they're like, oh no, this is the real FPV. The true FPV experience is with the those Radiomaster type things. I'm like, all right, well, you just lost the customer. I was like, I'll pay. Doesn't work that way. Everyone has their own go-to. And I like the DJI ecosystem because it just works. There's no the binding process is really simple. There's no menu. So in this particular case, sharing that with you, you're going to have to go to Drone Cams. This is where we say goodbye. But the guy's really good. It's not going to be free, but he's going to help you set up your shit. And he does it. And sometimes on his live stream, he will, show you he's working on someone's drone. And it's good for business for him, but that's just the Radiomaster experience, where some people just have to send their shit away to get it configured so that it works. Whereas with the DJI, it's plug and play. It's simply plug and play, plug and play. And that's why I kept saying get the DJI one, get the DJI one, but it looks like, oops, I just lost my screen. Looks like, some people just like what they like, and you got to do what you like. You do you, but just know that it's going to be, good luck. Anyway, that's cool. Let me just see. Let's see the Radiomaster T-Light. I want to look at it. I want to see how far down, but it gets expensive. Oh yeah, yep, that's the one. Apparently it's expensive, but that's the real FPV. Not that I'm still flying FPV. It's real, but apparently this is the way to go. I still don't understand why it's so special. Oh look, they have one with a built-in screen though. That is kind of cool. Hold on, I'll share with you guys so that you can see. Samsung Me. No. Oh yeah, because this has to go over here, and then that has to go there. Oh yeah. Wow, it's almost equivalent to the price as the DJI experience. You know, I haven't gone. Oh, maybe they have a binding video, but for sure, drone cam. Oh wow, look at that! You got like a lot of stuff on there. It's almost similar to the DJI RC Pro 2. Um, it's touch screen, but you got to really set your stuff up properly. All right, so let's get started. Congratulations on your purchase. Nothing wrong with it. It's just going to be a different learning curve and not to be found here on this channel because we are everything's DJI. Plug and play. All right. Think of it has a Mac and you just got the PC of flight controllers. All right, so this is where we left off. We're going to test the batteries and see where they are. Hold on one second. Samsung me stuff. There we go. Let's just make sure we are live before we go live and dive into this thing right here. Rates are just the start. A masterclass. Join my masterclass. Oh, I see. Let's see what we got. Go here. I was just reading a comment because I had just done a collaboration with was there with Raveman, and they replied back. Was it to me? Oh no, they replied back to someone else. That's good that they did. That's so weird. That is interesting. I replied to a comment, and I don't know why it's not there. Hold on. Now we need a timeout. Samsung, this one right here. They're the ones who sent me the light. They replied to this comment, but I spent like 10 minutes researching that answer, and why isn't my comments showing? Oh yeah, there it is. I got bummed, so it's at the bottom. Okay, cool. So they are watching my stuff. I sent them an email, but they didn't reply back. All right, so knowing that, moving forward, me stuff, they tend to give the silent treatment that way. So we have here the canopy or frame that we printed. Hopefully it works. We'll see how it flies. We're gonna test the batteries, and then bring it up. Oh, here's a battery tester right here. This one's pretty good because it's quiet. I don't like the loud one, so we go from 1 and then push this in, because then we can have some batteries charging. Oh, 2 cells. Nope, definitely. Oh, this was the 550, the lava, and someone says, wait till you get a lava. Apparently the lava gives it more power, and even though I have my rates, it's harder to control. I like flying it with the 450 beta FPV. Oh, this one's good to go. Okay, see, look, we got somewhat 4.4 on each cell. We can run that one into the ground. Sort of. If you run the batteries into the ground, you can kill it. I have a video that shows you how to revive a dead lipo. So, oh, nice. This one is still good too, because we didn't do that many flights last week. Because remember, the kids were here, and I was like, everybody out of the house, everybody out. Dad's got to fly his drone. I'm not like, I know how to fly it, but this one definitely needs, but not good enough to have them home. Otherwise, the shit might crash into someone. So it's like, you see that guy who flies FPV that throws everybody out of the house so he can fly? Yeah, it's beautiful out. But yeah, this one's still good too. So we got 3, and that's it. So this is, and this one I'm not crazy. This one's loud. So when you test your batteries, this is good too. I keep one in the bag though. So if you go here, hold on, forget which way, which is which. See, it's too loud. 2 all cells, 7 point. It's not enough. So those 2 will be charged. I like the one that gives you the visuals, but I keep this so I know where I'm at. All right, so here we are here before we put the unit together. I think hopefully See, this is the VTX cable, so I'm just trying to figure out if I can somehow get it out without taking it apart. Oh my god, that would be a lifesaver. If I have to, oh look, it's coming out. And then I can just run the cable over it. So let's see what we got. Use the tweezers, but we use like the plastic part because you don't want to accidentally scrape under there. See? And then now, maybe we might get lucky. And then we might be able to put this back on. So this is it right here. Next week, maybe we'll take it apart and put a buzzer on it. You can see a lot of videos about people wanting, and this is a 2-wire buzzer. And show you guys where that goes, but that's next week. So look for the title called The Buzzkill. If this has to go back under, that's okay. I have a video that shows you how to make this. I wonder if, well, first let's see where it goes, right? And then that would solve the problem right there. We won't know where it goes until, damn it, we put the 04. Honestly, I have the 04 light, and of course this one I got used. If you can find a used one, get one. But I don't really see the difference in the, well, when I fly this kind of FPV, I'm not looking for like the best quality video. For me, it's more the experience, right? I'm like, oh my god, I'm inside, I'm flying, this is so cool. I couldn't tell you if it was HT or 4K. I do have an 04 Pro unit on there, and it just doesn't have the casing. There is a newer one that came out, the was it wide angle lens? But I don't, I hate wide angle, to be honest with you. I turn that off. All my cameras are in standard to warp, and it's just not my thing. For some reason they upsold it, DJI, the new wide angle. I don't know. I like to fly. I like to have a self-contained experience. For me, only because that's just how I fly. I like a little bit of a narrow instead of wide. And I don't know. But they put it out there. But the 04 Pro is really nice and robust. And the only reason why we got what we got when it comes to the footage not being shaky is because of the frame. I think on this one it's going to be like freaking shaky cam, like a Rob Zombie movie. So it's all about the frame kit too. Because I haven't, this isn't the first time, this is probably the 4th or 5th time we've done this because we have so many different air units. And I wasn't crazy about the flight experience. Got too much jello. And I have a video that shows you how to get rid of it, but it didn't work. And so it's depending on your kit. So here we go right here. So this is where the camera goes in. But before we put the camera in, we want to make sure that we don't have to... did I miss a part? No. Is that the right one? Yep. I guess I must have did a screw last week. This is the Pablo Pico version 2 too, you can tell. Because the part where you connect it to the computer is right there. So this would go like that, right? Oh, so maybe underneath. So make sure you know where this is going to go so that we can get that out of there. Because it's that's going to create a different experience. Hopefully, right? If not, we have to make a longer one. But that looks like it's going to work out. So if that goes here, where's the... Oh, right there. All right. Oh, man. I hope so. Damn it. Unless it's backwards. I remember that. I remember one part being... Well, no, once we put it in its casing. Let's just put it in its packaging and then... Hopefully we don't have to make another one of these. If not, we'll be putting it together on the next one. And not this one. Okay, so let's move these over here. Yeah, for this I think we can. Let's just do that. Only because it's not like the Pavo, the Sub 250, which, because we already have the frame, and this just goes on there like that, and we can just, you just seal the deal by closing the lid. The only issue is, okay, no issue. No screws, so which is fine. So that should come right off. Leave everything the way it is. This is the hardest part. I remember we did this on the Sub 250. Oh wow. I guess it depends on which one you get. Look at that, it just fits right in. The last time we didn't have that experience. I had to jam it in and push it. So each one of these is different. This one just popped right in. Wow, wish the other one had done that. Yeah, look, it's just all flush, and wow. So then this goes in there like that, and this should close, hopefully, right? In the perfect world. No, it's not closing. I guess I spoke too soon. You're killing me, DJI. Nah, it's not DJI, it's a Wi-Fi thing. Alright, there we go. I think. Huh. Let's just double check. Let me, I can't see. I can't see. Once you start, if you push it and it doesn't go in, then don't force it. Just see what's happening under there, because you only get one take with these things. Mess it up. The camera part's replaceable though. So you're right. Oh yeah, okay. I see. All right. So I see it's seated in, which is fine. It's just this part. See this back part? That's supposed to prevent the camera from shaking. I don't recall that being on the other one. I guess that's a good thing that they added that. So now we have to try. Oh, I see. It seats on these little grooves on the side. And then now, no. Now nothing. Oh, I see now. Okay. So you have to try and push the top part in. It's not going to go in, to be honest with you. Okay, I see what's happening. I want to check the Sub 250. I had a similar issue with this one, but oh yeah, I see. Okay, so that's the top. All right, same thing, but somehow the door closed, but the door didn't close on. The door's not closing on this one. Sometimes if it's just off by a little bit, it's not gonna. It's alright. Hate when that happens. So then we take a piece of plastic. And try, and you don't want to break it, because once it's broken, that's it. And I think it's just looking. Okay, I got one side in. Sweet. All right, got it. So this is going to be a. Alright, now I guess you have to find the screws. Screws are really small. And then don't worry, once it seeds in, it's just a matter of screwing it. Finding the right screwdriver head. Now this one doesn't come with a screwdriver, so you just have to find one within your kit. And this one, I believe, would be the old school Radio Shack screwdriver. Where is this? Okay, let's see. Definitely not you. Maybe you. Maybe. They're so small. Like, really, that's what makes it so challenging. And you need to make sure that the workspace is free and clear. Like, I don't recommend doing this on the carpet. Like, if you don't have one of these things, do it on the kitchen floor, bathroom floor, bedroom floor, any place that's a floor, because these screws are so small that they will be hard to find in a carpet. So small, I don't think I have a screwdriver for it, to be honest with you. I think I do. I mean, I should. Yeah, this one's it's just so small. I just wish they were magnetized. Right, so now this isn't the screwdriver part. This is and don't take the plastic off until after. So now let's see how hard this is. It's like so small. I mean, if you have good eyes, you'll be alright. It's just me and my vision. So now I need to put the screwdriver thingy on, because it's just so hard to do. Maybe not. Yeah, I should. So I can get that grip in there. Whoops, break your stuff. Put this in there. Put that there. Yeah, maybe next week we'll put, there we go. You want that grip. I would do one corner, see one corner there, and then hold it tight, and then do another corner. Just messed up. I just wish, oh, it is, that it was magnetized. Sweet. We spoke too soon. Because that makes it so much easier. And then we just screw it in. Now we have two opposite corners. And now we can do another corner. And this is great because it protects the unit. So that when you crash like me, you're alright. You're not going to ruin your investment. It's going to take a lot to actually damage it. As you can see, I've been crashing a lot in the basement. I'm more likely to break a piece of glass in that mirror. Not mirror, or a mirror if I go upstairs, or that the glass from that stereo system on the other side, or something, or the TV, right? Then this thing busting out, which is kind of cool. It's pretty resilient. So it just makes it like a oh no, I did. Makes it like a 04 Pro, sort of. I was like, oh no, did I forget to? Nope, it's good. Did I forget to make sure? Yeah, we took the tape off. We had tape on there. Wasn't sure if I had fingerprints on there on the other this things, but no fingerprints here and no fingerprints on the inside because we had the painter's tape on there. So that takes care of that part. So that should look like this. See that? And then now we're going to put the other one in its own casing, and then we'll put it together. Hopefully this one will work. If not, we'll have to make another one. Where's the? These are really cool, and this is the 20mm, I believe. Yeah, 04 case 20. The 14 do justice on this frame. It all depends on the frame that you're using. And then now, this one right here. This one will go. But yeah, if you want to get into FPV, I think like this is more of the sport for me. Well, I see no, like if you want to get into like shooting, I would probably do one of the other drones, like the Avata, what is it called? The Avata 360 or the it depends. What a lot of people don't tell you is that when you get into FPV or drone, photography and stuff like that, is that no one's looking for the drone guy. They're like, oh, I want Lewis, that guy on YouTube. Can we get him to fly the bowling alley, for the movie or whatever? No, they're not gonna call me. I'm more the entertainment. Like, you see that video? He crashed that shit. When you work for a real estate company, they have photographers, right? So you're a photographer, and you have, in addition to, they offer drone services. So let's say you do real estate photography. Or if you can go into other aspects of the drone experience too, you can get into. But anyway, point is that it's in addition to. So you're a drone photographer, and someone's like, you offer the drone shots, right? In addition to. There we go. This goes. Oh, nice. This fits in. Yeah. So you have to upsell it. Be like, hey, maybe we'll get some drone, and because that's a separate billing. I do get some gigs occasionally, excuse me, for developers where they have property, right? And then their property they want to have drone footage for. And I don't get asked to do fly-throughs. I get asked to do stuff like this. Where's Jacob? Jacob, he's a property developer. Let's see, where is it? I don't think I have it on here. Hold on. I do have a text thread with him in it though, so hold on. There's some other woman I have to reach out to too, because she is another property developer. No, she's the, I think, property manager. Jacob. Jacob developer. So I usually get asked to do fly-throughs, but not inside, but outside. This was somewhere out in New Jersey. They wanted, 3-minute video of their property that they built, and you probably could do it with FPV if you're good at it. This one was done with the Mavic, but if you had the 04 Pro, yeah, and as long as you know how to fly, as you can see, we did different sections, and this is what he wanted. Sometimes it's frustrating because you have a vision of like, oh, I'll just do a fly through. Nah, it doesn't work that way. They know, like, he mapped out where he wanted the video to start, like from the flight aspect of things, and where he wanted it to finish. He was like, hey, look at the map, and he had a whole map printed out that he texted me, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a nightmare, because I was like, you know what, let's meet. And so he's like, why? I was like, this way you can tell me which way you want me to go. He basically wanted to sit there with me and just navigate and dictate the whole show. And I was like, all right, he's like, okay, let's fly through here now. We're gonna do that. We'll go a little bit lower. It wasn't like you just fly and have fun and, you know, just say, here you go, and you're done. No, this guy, a really nice guy though, really nice. And people, you know, people, when people know what they want, you have to be able to create their vision. And thankfully, he was in New Jersey, right? And this, not every flight is like that. Some people, you know, you can manage their expectations and be like, you know, that's it. But you kind of know who are the, not Karens, but you know, the ones that just wanna the hand holding and white glove service, and then you're pretty much. I had someone like that when it came to video editing. The guy came over to the house. This was a long time ago, and he just sat there, like he was like, "This is great." Now all of a sudden, he was the video editor. I was like, and never again. I was like, I can't. I hate that when they micromanage the session. But then you won't get paid. It was a pretty nice gig though. It got paid pretty good. So you know, you just have to weigh your. This one's not closing. It's not sealing the deal. Yeah. So the point is that it's in addition to, and people are really looking for the drone. He found me through the website, but honestly, it's not like it used to be. And but it's in addition to, and a lot of real estate companies have their drone guy, right? They have their go-to photographer, and then it's not even drone guy because it's in addition to. So let's say you're a broker, you have your own real estate company. I solicited a lot of them too. I was like, hey, and then one of the women was like, oh wow, that's really nice, that's so cool, I'll keep in touch with you. And then like 6 months, but I would still recommend soliciting every real estate company in your neighborhood, because it doesn't hurt. It's for them to know about, you know, other services, and who knows, they might hire you. You know, like there's a guy that is always looking to train people to come work for him. Has photographers, and he's like, must have part 107, because it's a service that's offered in addition to their photography, which is, and you get paid some good money. So don't get discouraged. Do it, but you know, maybe look to going on board with another company. You know, and then you can be their photographer / drone guy, and then learn to use the equipment. And then, you know, as long as they, sometimes they might make you sign a do not compete, but don't sign a do not compete. And don't say I plan to do this on the side. Just say you're doing it on the side. But you know, it's not, I don't know, you'll figure it out. But sometimes they might make you sign a do not compete, which means that you can't do it on the side. I had to wait 1 year. I went signed the do not compete when I was at Audible. And I had to wait a year before I can like record again or something. I had to get permission, which was a bummer. It wasn't drone, it was just audio. Well, this is Audible. Yeah, so, but yeah, have fun with it. Do it. Just dive in, figure out, navigate. Just you have to navigate and see which corner of the, you know, is carved out for you. There's going to be a place carved out for you, and then what your niche area is. You know, I don't know, but you will know as you explore and go down the rabbit hole. See, this is where I don't know. Nah, it's not going to work. Fuck. Unless, oh yeah, maybe. Damn it. The cable's too short. Man. They really put this like ass backwards thing with the whole the whole camera thing. Alright, so this would go like this, which is fine. And then that would go like that. Don't worry, it's in its protective case. And then this, there's not enough room for the wire to actually stretch out. So I'm glad I took it out. That part was good, but it's not long enough to stretch in there. It would be tight, but we want to be able to close it, and it's not gonna. Maybe. Damn it. I don't know. We can try, right? And then maybe we'll make a longer one. You just have to make sure you get the wires correctly. And you can't bend this. So we had a guy come from Brooklyn, Ricardo. He came all the way from Brooklyn and traveled like 40 miles to have his drone fixed, just to find out that he bent the cable. So if you put it in, and even whether it's 04, 04 Lite, 04 Pro, 03 unit, if you do this wrong, you're not going to get any signal. Looks like it's all right. Yeah, it looks like we will make a longer one, but not today. Maybe next one. We have so many videos we can do with this. Make the VTX cable longer, put the buzzer on, and all that other fun stuff. So this is good. All right, so now this was the other hard part. I remember last week we were testing this. Damn it. All right, so the other hard part is this right here. See, and this is why, damn it. It should be all right. Where's the other one? The original one's here. And this is where that cutter would come in handy. All right. The hardest part is this part here, because we want to try and get that in there. See? Damn it. And this is yeah, it's hot glued on, so that's not gonna come off. But if we can somehow, but I think it'll be okay. Getting this in there. So for sure the antenna will fit. Now you could always find different canopy, different like for your unit. I'm pretty sure they have other ones online. Yeah, bummer. So that fits in there. And then see, the other part is this one here. You're like, no, it don't work. We might be able to get it to work. Let's see. Once we see how it fits, so let's do this. We can pull the cable out. Could always make a new one because it's too short, but we're not going to do that in this video. And then bend this back. Remember, it's 3D printed, so there's a chance it could break. And I don't want it to break. See, that just doesn't. I can somehow. Yay, we got it. Okay, cool. I think if I carved a hole in here, but I think it's all right. See, it fits in there, but not. I mean, you want the wire to be in there, so let's cut that in there. You could either do a soldering iron, a Dremel, whatever rocks your boat. But we definitely need to pull this out. Now this is the tricky part without breaking it. See, we got it in. Now we gotta. Yeah, so do it. Solicit everyone. You have to do research on all the real estate. I have a list of like 1,000 different places, and you just sit there. You know, like you open up a MailChimp account, which is free. MailChimp is free, and then just start plugging away and save, or put everything in an Excel sheet, right? So I believe, let's see where this is, right about there. See, it doesn't go. It'd be nice if it went in straight, but it don't. I'm gonna use a Dremel. Just drill, baby, drill. So now, but do it. Do it. You can't say it didn't work unless you try it. And then choose your niche. Your niche area, whether it be, LiDAR or whatever it's called, like inspections or fly-throughs. Whatever it is, make it your thing. And now we just gotta grind away. I have a cutter that was sent to me. That would probably be ideal. Oh, got it. Yay. Now I need one more part to cut. Again, I could have sliced right through here with the soldering iron. But that's okay. I have to make a video for that though. Yay, we got it. See, the drum will work just as good. Now I got that little hole I need so that I can get the wire to the unit in there. Yay, you did it. So you see, it's like a little nice. At least, oh wow, at least now we know the filament's pretty strong. It ain't going anywhere. So now I forgot I need to take the supports off. I took the supports off last week when we printed this on the live stream. These were the supports for it. But there's still some supports in there. Yep. And then some in there. And it's nice that it printed though. I wasn't sure where the supports would go, to be honest with you, but it worked out really well. But yeah, like I was saying, reach out to all the brokers, but once you have all your gear and stuff together, the only thing is that you'll have to have insurance, drone insurance. There are companies out there. That's another expense. But there's an app that lets you do it within the radius that you plan to fly. So I'd recommend using the app. What's the name of the app again? I have it on. I've used it a few times. Like I used it when I went to go fly for Jacob. I just, I build it in. Because, what if I crash into the car or a person, right? Or something like that. Oh, can't see anything. Me stuff. Who's tracking me? Vira. Oh, it's my the Garmin app. Let's see, drone. Drone. Not drone assist. Drone is it drone assist? No, I don't think it's drone assist. Let's type in insurance. See, I haven't used it in so long. INSURAN. I have a video. Aside from insuring your drone, which you can do through Allstate, a lot of people say Allstate doesn't cover commercial crashes, but they don't need to know, right? You just say I was flying my drone. What were you doing? I was just flying. That's all, right? Because you were flying. Then they don't usually ask if it's business or pleasure. You could say fun. You were doing it for fun. I don't know. But anyway, here, let's go to my channel. If you type in drone insurance, drone, URANCE, drone and Skywatch. Yeah. So highly recommended Skywatch. Just know if the area you're flying in is going to be bigger than 400 feet, because you're only covered for the perimeter that you're flying in. So that's it. So if you crash outside that circle, you are going to be in a whole lot of trouble. Not with the FAA, but with well, you get the idea. So you need the drone insurance and all that other fun stuff. Thankfully, and you know, you'd bill it into your gig, and hopefully, whoever you're doing it for isn't like Jacob, where they like, oh, can we go back and fly again? With him, it was a little bit harder. Aside from him needing me to go back, fly again, and do this and that, go a little lower, a little left, a little right. We had trouble getting him the shots that he wanted because we were in restricted airspace, and the highest we could go was 400 feet, which was a bummer. So this is the other hard part. Once we get this in, it'll be all right. So forward unit. And you can get authorization to high flyer than 400 feet as long as you do it 72 hours beforehand. So let's say if I'm going to fly next week, I make sure. See, got it. Yay, that little thing worked out really well. And you'll see a video coming out for a cutter that I was sent. Sweet. Now, look at that. The only thing is that you would think that this is the bottom, right? Like that. But no, it goes like that. And thankfully, we don't have to make any more holes. So now we can put this one on. Looks like the screws can be a little bit tighter. Nope, they can't. We should have other screws. And I haven't taken it apart. I just unboxed everything live. That's interesting. No, might be in another kit. Yep, got nervous there. I was like, no, I need those screws. I don't even know where to find these, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure the screws that will hold the air unit in place. It comes with it. So if it doesn't, I'm pretty sure you can find it online. And then now, remember, don't do this on the carpet, kitchen floor, bathroom floor, wherever you have a floor. Some people might have wall-to-wall carpeting in their house. We don't. I think the girl, yeah, we do. The girls do upstairs, but can't tear up the floor because it's like disaster under there. So now, this one looks all right, to be honest with you, but whether it goes in or not is not determined by the screwdriver experience. It's just luck of the draw. Save the tape in case you have to push it. I don't want fingerprints on it, and you can't push it. You can only push it so much. Yeah, that's it. It's just you're at the mercy of the oh no, nothing broke. Don't worry. I got nervous there. I was like, oh no. Maybe no scratches, but there is. Damn it. We can fix it later. Like there's a speck in there. Like, no, we just sealed it. Nah, it's alright, we'll get it out. Because that's gonna photobomb. Maybe. We'll know once we turn it on. So that's the only issue you have with these little casing things. Is sometimes you got to take it apart again to get out that little speck of something. But that, damn it. Where's the cloth? And it's on the other side of the screen. So whether it's going to be fingerprints or a little speck, looks like, oh wow, interesting. Yeah, it's a little speck of something in there. And this is where you want to avoid touching in there. So that's where, I would recommend an air compressor, like a can of air. I just can't. We just can't have. Like, what the hell is that? So watch your screws. Don't confuse them. And damn it. That's all right. So you want to hold this down if you do take it apart, because remember it took us. We had to, and then maybe get another piece of painter's tape. We were almost done. Damn you. Because remember we had to press down and all that other fun stuff. And now you don't have to worry about ruining it. And then these screws are so small, if you use the wrong screwdriver, you'll strip it. But they are magnetized. And then that's it. And then you won't be able to. Then you'll crash. The drone will still fly. But you'll crash. And you're more than likely to keep crashing, which is fine because you're new. But then you'll break. This will break for sure. Because it's so delicate, strong, resilient, and this packaging not so resilient. I guess it's good for business though, because some people are really like to fly the FPVs, and they're like, oh man, it's too heavy. Like there was people, they went out of their way to make the naked 03 or whatever 04 unit, or no, I think it was 03, like the FPV connoisseurs. And then I guess DJI saw a market for the naked experience. Like, oh, let's just take it apart if that's what the guys are doing with it, right? Because apparently it messes your PIDs up, it's too heavy, and I don't know. I just want to fly. So now we have to be careful taking this out. We got the tape there, but to avoid like putting a tweezer in there and scratching it in there, just use a can of air. So before you spray in there, make sure whatever you're spraying is air in the can, air can. And then now, see, it's hard to come out because of the pressure. I'll get it out. You could use where's the tool? My favorite tool. That's how much pressure was in there. Oh wow, interesting. And it's not even, it's somewhat straight, but now you can spray. That should have done it. And then we look on the other side, look from the other lens. And yep. Nope. It's like under there. Might need, oh wow, looks like it's just, yeah, I see it. Let me see. It's like stuck in the groove. Got it. Unless it went under. If it went under, that's okay. Sweet. We got it. And now we'll just clean it off. Where's my cloth? I don't have any down here. got it. Sometimes, see, like we put this like this in there, and then we push it, and now we don't scratch it. Voila. Don't push it too hard, otherwise you'll push it out. But we did what we wanted to do. See? Like that. Alright. You gotta act fast because there's little dust particles in the air. And sometimes, oh nice, make sure that one is alright. We can, you know, little dust particles will find their way in. Sweet. And then take the dust of air. All right. Not too close, because remember, you don't want to like stain it with if you spray too hard with the air, it creates a freeze, like a cold thingy, and that will stain the glass. It won't ruin the glass, but it'll just stain it, create like a different weird blotch in the center. So now that no dust particles got in, this part's tricky because you got to hold both ends. See, they glued it. The first one they didn't glue. This is like series 10 or whatever they call it, you know, like batch, when this thing first came out. I forgot which drone we put it on. We have a few of these. They it was tricky. No, it wasn't tricky. We just peeled off, not just, it popped out. Like we had to take it off, and that's how we put it on the drone, by disconnecting it, and then we were able to run it through without cutting any wires, or not cutting anything on the frame. Like if this was the first one that ever came out, the first 04 Lite, we wouldn't have to use the Dremel in this video. We would just disconnect it. I'll show you in a second, and run the wire through, or like right in there. You can just, and then put it back together, you know, then connect it after this experience. But yes, I guess they glued it. Something must have been happening to people's where they had to like glue it together. I don't know why, but it is what it is. If you're good with the hot glue gun, you can do that, but honestly, no, it's not me. I'm not doing that. I mean, even though I'm holding it with my fingers, we can still wipe it. We cleaned out in there, and then we put it together and take it for a test flight, and then that's it. And then we'll fly the sub 250. I love the sub 250. You just know your drone. It's like your go-to drone. Like, we'll have this one, but probably gonna wind up flying the sub 250 forever. It's great that way. And then now last screw. Yay, we did it. Not too tight. So what you would do was you would disconnect this, because it would disconnect from there, and then you would feed the wire underneath and then connect it again. For some reason they hot glued it. Why, I don't know, but it's their new way of doing it. So this part's facing up like that. You would think that that's the bottom, but it's not. And just double check it. Looks like I could press more in there, because it's like wasn't like that before. You could use the tape. So either, you know, I don't want to ruin it. And if that doesn't work, what you can do is sometimes, and you don't want that, you want it to be like this. So that's the other part. Like if you know how it's supposed to be and you don't do it, take it apart, just unscrew it, something's not working. And remember, we had already done it. And for those of you who just came in, it's not our first rodeo. Oh yeah, in there. Damn it. So this is the other hard part. Getting it. Remember, this protects, oh yeah, your investment, right? Because if you don't do this, you pretty much, it's bye-bye. Yeah, that's good enough for now. And then this one will go in. See, it's like this one can go in more. And you don't want to strip it either. Once it's stripped, that's it. I mean, once it's stripped, it'll still work, but good luck getting it out, you know, and then finding those screws again. It's alright. Yeah, it'll do the trick. Could always fix it another time. Because you don't want that pressure building up in there. Because if the pressure builds up, then this will just crack, you know? And then that's another story. So that's another reason why you want to make sure this is seated properly. Because then you're just applying pressure in areas where they don't need to be. And you saw how hard it was to take it out. And see, maybe you just put like, use the Dremel, right? And then carve a little something in there so it goes in. You don't want to break the board either. Like if it would just go right in, it just won't because it's at a particular angle. Damn it! Yeah, do it right or don't do it at all, you know. Even though I got this for half price, it was used, it doesn't mean that I can go get another one. Just how, and it's not me, it's the 04 Lite and the Access Flying Kit. It's just off by a little. On all of them, I have like 4 or 5 of them, and for some reason there's like this little spot, you know. And if I was the Access Flying Kit creator, I would pay full price for a for one of these things, for the DJI unit, just so I can use my digital calipers or engineers to get this right, you know. Just have your team get their shit together so that it just fits right in, and see, and we don't have to do this, but unfortunately we do. All right, so here's the tricky part. So if we can somehow, oh, you see how that easily that came out? We know it's not really in there. Yep. All right, so now this is where one side goes in and the other side doesn't. It's just not perfect to the T. Oh, maybe. Nope. Yeah, it has that so much little space. And I don't want to go in there with the Dremel because then all that dust will get in there. I'm trying to get that out. So if you decide to carve it to get it in there for that perfect fit, just know all that dust is going to go in there. The remnants of the whatever it is you Dremel out. Or I was going to say, if you use a heat gun, not heat gun, but soldering iron tip, that will definitely work. Ah, you're killing me. And this one isn't DJI's fault. This is the Access Flying Kit. Okay, let's see if that does it. So the top part, oh nice, one side goes in. Oh, see, one side is always going to go in. It's the other side that's not going in because of... Oh, much better though. Much better than before. Close, but no cigar, but definitely better. Because you just want it, you want to, you know, you want it to be right. You want it to be good. Alright, yeah, much better. Alright. We make these videos so you don't have to. Just a bummer that you have to do that. And then we have here. Alright. Seal the deal. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to be sealed. Because if you have it half-ass in there, and when you do crash, that pressure I didn't hear no bells, which means that the sound is down. Okay, there we go. Or the sound is off. Yeah, the bell. I don't know why Streamlabs does that. Like, it's the streaming software, and when you quit it and reboot it, reboot, the audio is muted for your stream, for the notifications when someone leaves a comment, which is just messed up, right? Because you want to know. It's a software that's, yeah, I don't, unless you're a first-time YouTuber. I think now we'll get one. Huh. Nope, we didn't get no bell. No, I didn't hear no bells. Let's see. Let's make sure there's audio. And then we'll go here. And I'll say, Lou, you know this, everything that glitches. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? I should hear like a ding. Ding. Nope. Where's my audio? System settings. And go to sound. Yeah, it is everything that glitches. That would make sense. Ah! Sound reboot, which should be multi output device. There we go. Like now we have. Sweet! So I need to do a sound check before the show. I have made a video for you, which you will receive in your email. Oh, thanks so much. Swedish Forge is amazing. I made a new video, thanks to him, on how to clean your airbrush. The paints we were using, oh my god. It was insane, man. And the new paint was in there. You would think that, like, oh, I'm new to airbrushing and I didn't clean it correctly from my last time. No, I cleaned it. I freaking put all the fluids in there and sprayed it until it was spraying water. So we bought new paints. See, look, oh, now it's perfect. See, sort of, but it's better than it was before. It's never going to close all the way because you'd have to get in there and shave that a little bit. It's just, you know, just funky that way. It is what it is, you know, but we made it work. Yeah, and it was that gray paint, which was, when we opened it up, I sent it back yesterday. When we opened it up, that gray paint was all over the top of the inside of the container. It kind of reminded me of an Etch-a-Sketch. But, you know, it is what it is, and I'm just going to make my own. I'm going to mix it, because I'm doing well with my own mix. Oh, look, and check this out. I know you were saying that it didn't look like brown, but, oh, hold on. Me only, Samsung, me stuff. Look, check it out. We got brown. I had to keep putting on more coat, another coat, another coat, another coat, and coat after coat. We're gonna do this one next week and finish it, but for now, they're stealing the show. But let me check out YouTube. See if I can go home. There we go. Everything seems a little bit bigger. It's so weird. And if I go to my channel, yeah, usually everything was smaller, but everything on the YouTube splash page is bigger. Interesting. Go home. I guess YouTube, yeah, because I had that issue with my computer too. All right, anyway, on that note, so now, look at that. Whoops, don't break your stuff. Now we can put this, and hopefully we don't have to make a new cable. Can't wait to see your new video. But yeah, the paint was gooked in there and it was a nightmare. But at least now I know how to clean the brush. I didn't even know how until you started showing us. But and you were convinced that it was either the compressor, which would be checked, or clogged. But once it's clogged, that's it. Do your paints do that when you're painting, like, or you have a different experience? Send me a link to your paints too, because if you painted more things than I have, oh man. And see, and this is this is fine, but this is where you'll get your jello. Like how are we gonna stick this in? We can still get it to fly, but oh, I don't think we're gonna get this to fly at all today. Maybe. We just gotta see. The cable, the VTX cable is way too short, but we should be okay. Who's that? Was that Swedish Forge? Oh. That's fine. I'll get it later. We may... No, the cable's too short. Damn it. It's just not going to work. It won't go. Yeah, we'll make a new cable and then we'll finish this next week. Because I want to fly some... See, it's too short. Unless I have a longer one already pre-made. By default, they're all small, and that's what I was saying in the beginning. They get these frickin' things ass backwards. Like, I might have one. I may have one. Hold on. Might be too long, though. Damn it. Come on, Lou. No. Nope. Come on, Lou. Nope. I'll just empty the box. Oh, nice. I got those. Rubber bands. Light that was sent to us. Nope. Nope. Interesting. Oh, I do have... Oh my god. Yeah, no. I do have one. But I don't think we can use that one. Looks like we're going to have to make one. We'll see. Hopefully not. There's two in here, I think. Maybe the other one. This one... definitely no. It would work, but I guess if you build your own drone and you need it to reach, I don't know. That's just really big or long, right? And then we have this one, which is probably going to be ideal. So we don't have to make another one. Yay! And then we have all the space we need Except we may hopefully not have to take it apart. I don't even know where this one came from, to be honest with you. But this is how they normally, this is what they should do. But instead, they give you such little room to play with that it's hard. It's hard. Why you do this to me, DJI? Like, they really put no thought into the user experience. When it comes to this, they really make you build your own. It's time consuming, but this is actually a good size right here. This must have come from, and you got to make sure the cabling's correct, because I believe, let's see, and you want to make sure that the other part is that it doesn't get stuck. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn it. I think it's like 5 wires, right? No. Oh, okay. No, it's good. It's just they're all crunched up in there. 1. Make sure they match 2, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. There it does. It's just short and small. All right. So we'll run this under there. Hopefully we don't have to take the drone apart. Let's see. I didn't hear no bells. Can I put in link here in the chat? If you can, yeah, why not? I don't have any objections to link. You saw the words that are being blocked. We're not blocking any links because I don't click on them. I don't, if someone said, hey, check out my link, I don't do it. But we know Swedish Forge, so it's fine. But yeah, if it was someone else, I'd be like, whatever, we'll put you in the timeout room. I think we used to put Afix in the timeout room by accident whenever I would live stream and I hit a button and then all of a sudden he'd disappear. I'm like, where did he go? He's gone. Because I don't know, it's just hard. Sometimes it's hard to live stream that way, not knowing what buttons to push. Well, I was doing it out in the field from the phone. See? Yay! And then this is perfect because now we have all the real estate to play with if we can get this in. Hardest part is getting this in, but if we can get it in without taking the drone apart, you're fine. Or take the drone apart. And yep, this cable is magic. Do you believe in magic? This is the hardest part. Da, da, da. Once it's in, we are golden. See how short that is though? By default. They really... And we only know how to make that because one of our viewers, FPV Unknown, shared the secret. We only know how to clean our airbrush because one of our viewers, Swedish Forge, shared the secret with us. You can go upside down and just do it like that, but you want to make sure you hold it upside down, and then voila. Yay! And then we can run it through this way. You can twirl it around, put some tape around it, but you do want to make sure that maybe not like that. Well, we'll see. Right? It is a little bit long, but that's what we got. The original one doesn't work because we need to be able to put the frame on. See, now we can work it so that that's like that, right? And then honestly, maybe like this. See, now it's too long, but at least now we can close the frame. Man, this sucks. I can't make this shit. It's alright though. You know, it is what it is. Gotta work with when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. We could run it definitely under here. This is for safety, so that when you crash, oh look, we can do a wraparound. On a video, look, do a wraparound. That's a wrap. and then feed it through. And then you don't have to worry about when you crash, right? The cable's getting snipped accidentally. Alright, so now we have that like that. It is a little loose in there, but that's okay. Nothing's going to happen to the cable because it's wrapped around. So I don't know if that's going to affect the video feed, but it shouldn't. It will affect us putting it in because it is harder, but it's not screwed in yet, so we're alright. Yay, popped right in. So now just run the feed, and then now you don't have to worry if you crash. The propeller's nicking the cable, hopefully, right? We'll check that afterwards. That can be finagled with and trimmed once it's put together. So now we're almost done. We can go find an full unit. We have these here. This is from ages ago. So these have little screws, frame screws, kit screws, hopefully, and that we never took out, so hopefully in the perfect world. That's a piece of plastic. Yep, I see them. Yay, we have them. I wonder if this one has it too. They all come with it. These are really cheap. The whole kit is like freaking $10. Alright, they make their money off the flight controllers. Sweet. This is it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So if you ever need extra screws, just buy the Pablo frame and it comes with everything. What else is in here? Nope. I don't know. These are the screws for the frame, which we used last week, so those come in handy because sometimes they come off. I didn't put dry lock on anything, but I want to see what's in here so I can remember. We have bummer. All right, unless it's a different kit. It's like, no, it doesn't have, that's the last of my screws. But that's okay, because this is another different Pablo. And the frame is like that. See, it has press nuts in there. Whereas the original one, the version 1, there were no press nuts. You were just screwing into plastic, see? Which is fine. And we're screwing into plastic because we just printed that anyway, so. All right. So now we can close this. All right. And now we need 4 screws. And we have a unit where we actually put press nuts in the frame that we 3D printed. I forget which one it was, if you guys can remember. We have that too. We have one over there hanging on the wall. They actually have different versions of these frames you can print with press nuts or no nuts. So if you have a nut allergy, they got you covered. Or basically, if you don't have a press nut machine, it's not really a machine. It's an attachment you put on your soldering iron, and the heat just makes the magic happen when you press. Nice. This one has 2 more spare screws. Not that I would need them, but it's good to know. And then maybe you'll want to print one for that one. I'd have to find. Could be screws in here. Because somehow we should have 4. Oh yeah, no, you have 1. There's 1 right there. Yeah, because remember, there's 2. All right, so we have them. I'll probably take them out later. Because remember, that one needs a home too. Maybe we'll do that one. We'll fly that one another day. So now, if everything is correct, right? This is the hardest part, getting the holes aligned, because there are no holes. There are these, remember we 3D printed it, so it's like these little guides in there. So we gotta push this in, yep, and then seed it a little bit. Oh, nice. So they put like these little bitty holes in the STL file. Oh, there aren't any holes. Oh, bummer. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but they're like these little so I would say do a hole. Might need a Dremel, but one of them doesn't really have a guided hole. So these have little tiny spots. So do the ones with the little spots, because then you could use your Dremel to figure out the other two. Because it has to be perfect. If it's not, then what is that? Whoops. Dropped the screw. Damn it. Don't need that. Don't need that. It fell in there. No. Remember, it could stick to the motors. We lost a screw. It could stick to here because it's magnetized. Definitely went somewhere, but nowhere to be found. And you want to find it. Even if you have extra screws, find it, because you can short out your drone. You're killing me. Like, sometimes we were close, but so far, right? Like, literally can't make this shit up. Check the motors. Nada. See? The motors are magnetized, and there it is right there. Watch. Because you're like, oh, I have another screw. I'll just use the other one. If it's on the motor and you don't know it, you'll short it out. If it's on the board, stuck somewhere, you're going to blow up your flight controller. You're going to create continuity, complete a circuit somewhere it doesn't need to be. So we could have spent like the next 20 minutes looking for it, but we got lucky. So now, if I can get one in there, I am golden. And then, remember, the plastic is hard. Yeah, it's really hard. Hold on. We'll just use the Dremel to get 2 holes in there. Hopefully, right? This thing comes in handy. There we go. There's one. I think that's the other one. That's 2. And you gotta look for these little spots. I hope, right? I don't want to, like... It's hard to see, to be honest with you. The rest we can probably, like, hopefully put the Dremel in there and mark the holes. I don't know. This is the hardest part. Remember, this isn't the original frame, too. We printed this. So I don't... And you want to make sure you get it right. As long as we get 2, we're fine with the rest. We could just mark them with the Dremel. You know? Yay, there's one. Sort of. Do it a little bit, and then once it's seated, you know, because you want to line, you don't want to fly blind, so you want to get the other one in there too. Yep, that worked there. And then I'll show you how we get the other ones pitch perfect. Okay. So now we have that there. Because the other one didn't really mark the holes with the print, which is okay. I don't mind that. I can live with it. Thanks to this tool that was sent to us. There's a new scam. I'll tell you in a second once I get this in there. The new scam is that's one, and then shut it off. Watch the cables. This is where you might have to take it out. Damn it. Because you don't want the spinning to fray your wires. Yeah, we're going to have to take out the cable. Damn it. That's okay. This is the least of our worries. Maybe not. Hold on. If we hold it correctly, and then okay. Nah, it's gonna spin, see, along the cables, and I'd hate for that to, damn it, to fray everything, and then, that's okay, because look, we can just pull out the cable. It's not anything crazy. I just gotta get in there and see, this is the tricky part, pulling it out. We gotta do a little bit one side, and a little bit the other side, and then now, if all goes well, my fingers are too big, but if all goes well, it should. Don't want to, remember these wires are delicate. Too hard of a pull will break them. Yep, got it, popped out. All right, so now that we got that out, see, that'll be easy to put in, but now we got here. So now we should be able to make that hole right about there. We got one hole there. Was that a right hole? Make sure. Yeah, that's a good hole. So now we're going to put what? Well, we were going to put this was here. Gorilla Man was there. Where are my screws? It's so weird. Well, we know they're not in here, that's for sure. Oh, see? Even the tools are magnetized. I would have gone crazy looking for that. So if you lose your screws, you will lose your marbles, because you're going to go crazy looking for them. But just remember, a lot of the stuff is magnetized around you. And like, damn it. And you can go crazy looking for it. Like if you drop a screw, right, and you think that hold on, it fell into the drone, it probably didn't. It might have might still be attached to the screwdriver, or it might still be attached to the motors. Oops. You know, like literally you can't make this up. So just know your equipment, know your surrounding, and know on the different places your stuff can be in the real world. This one, I don't know. It's not going in. Damn it. It's not going in. Like, it is going in, but it's not seating properly. Let's see if I take the screw out. I mean, killing me. It sucks if it doesn't go in. Now it's stuck in there. Because you gotta remember it's heat activated, right? It's PLA. Alright, let's see if we can get one in there at least. Long. Oh no. What? It's okay, we have extra ones. Lost a grommet. It's alright, we'll get, if we can get a screw in there. Alright, that one's working. But before we make it tighter, we gotta get another grommet in the other one. Alright, grommets we got, they come with the kits. I actually have a bag of them somewhere, but thankfully, oh, I'll make sure they're the right ones. Okay, we got one there, I just went in the right size. Sweet. This is the hardest part, because hopefully we don't have to take it apart. If we do, that's okay too, but we shouldn't have to. We can squeeze it in, hopefully, in the perfect world. Oh no, where did it go? So these are tricky. You can get them in, but carefully though. Got it. Yeah, they're tricky to get in. I think I seen a video where you could use a string, the string method. I don't know, I haven't tried it, but it's okay. Keep your screws away from the drone because we know, or any equipment, because they are magnetized and hard to find. Sometimes you get a little bit of plastic that threads around the thread, making it hard to screw it in. And we'll be done by lunchtime. And then now, hopefully, right? Yep, that did it. Don't break your stuff. I mean, you can, but then you're gonna spend a lot of time fixing it. And that's why in version 2 they freaking put press nuts in. They're like, because it makes it tricky. It's a nice frame though. Oh no. Oh no, it's fine. Because if you don't get the screw dead on center, you are, I think you could use press nuts and find screws that will fit in here. But if it's not centered, it'll crack it, and then it'll come all the way through. So that's why you want to make sure they're centered. Sweet. It's okay, you know, not perfect, but it is what it is. It will work. And then now we can feed the cable in. See, if it wasn't the cable that was going to break, something was going to break. We lost the grommet, but look, we fixed it. We make these videos so you don't have to. Now the other tricky part is putting the cable back, making sure up is up and left and down is down, so it goes in correctly. Because remember Ricardo, I wonder, oh, Ricardo went back to his country. Remember Ricardo? He came all the way from Brooklyn because he messed up his drone. He put the cable in wrong. He put it in correctly, but what happened was he bent the pins in there. And if the pins are bent, you're pretty much not going to get anything. The drone won't work. It won't connect. So if your drone doesn't connect, it doesn't necessarily mean that the pin is bent. It could also be the cable. Like, it could be maybe the cable is nicked. It's definitely something. Or it could be, hopefully it's a pin or a cable, because that's an easy fix. You just take your tweezers, put it in there, and, you know, gently, or a toothpick. I think we used a toothpick, and then bend it back slowly to its correct position, and then boom, then you're golden, and you are good to go. And now we push this in like that underneath, see, and then make sure it pops in. Remember, these wires are delicate, so too much pressure will cause it to break. All right, and then you got to build another one, which is easy to do. It's just time consuming, that's all. Yep, that did it. Sweet. And then now, oh wait, oh yeah, I was like, wait, where does the battery go? I have a toilet strap over here. Now we're gonna put this camera baby on. Yay! Just remember, you would think that the bottom part's there, but the bottom part is that, I mean, the top part is the open exposed part, which should be at the bottom, right? But it's fine. It is what it is. You make it work. So now we can put that like that, and find an angle. For me, I like to fly. Oh, bummer. The real bummer. The antenna is photobombing the experience. And you're like, no. But that's okay. We can fix that. You can either A, take the drone apart, or B, somehow, see, look, kind of knew that might have happened. What's this one like? Let's see. Where is the antenna? Oh, it's running underneath. Okay. All right. We can do that. So it's not photobombing our video. I have a video that shows you how to remove the antenna. Don't break it and don't remove it. You can remove it if it's broken. It's hard, but once you've done one, I've done it like 3 or 4 times on the live stream to show people. But it's really delicate. Yay. And then how does that one go? Because remember, these are the 3D printed frames. It would be nice if it just went the other way, but we don't want to. See, that's fine. And now we got no photobomb. All right, so now, and you don't have to worry about it shifting while crashing and accidentally hitting propeller, right? Or propellers. So this goes up like that. Nice, sweet. This part. So you find a position that you like. For me, I believe that's my position, or is it? I don't. Honestly, it's hard to tell. And you can move it around. I'm gonna try the bottom. All right, bottoms up. Sort of. But the so-called true FPVers are like, oh, you gotta put it at this angle. It has to be as specific. I'm like, hey, if you can fly at whatever angle works for you, that's great, man. For me, I like this angle because I like the pitch. It's my pitch. What's your pitch? Now I just need to find the right bolt. Definitely not that. It's a Phillips. Last choice is always the first choice. Okay. So now we got that. Find the angle. Just try to envision. If you've never flown FPV, then you're gonna have to figure that out on your own. Like, you're gonna have to say, oh, I don't like that pitch, because you can adjust it. And then when you find it, it'll work. Like, I'm sure, like, if we were at some meetup group, some of those guys are like, no, it has to be like this. You gotta be like this while you're flying, man. This is it. I'm like, okay. And then you just go home and change the settings to what you like. Because some people are like that. They're like, this is the only way to fly. This is the only way to do it, man. I've been doing it for years. Okay. That's great, man. I don't know. Just whatever works for you. Whatever works for you might not work for me. That's my point. Your secret sauce is not going to be my special sauce. The only thing is that I think the middle one might be better. Bring it a little lower. I like it lower and centered, because I like to see, but you can adjust it. But because this is like homebrewed frame / jerry rig, I heard a bell. Yo, I didn't. Hey, what's up? Twin Tapestry. What's up, Bob? Nice to have you back again. I was gonna say nice to see you. I remember I used to volunteer with the cycling for the blind, and it was really cool, because they could ride bicycles. So it was called In Tandem, and we would meet in Central Park in the morning. And everyone was guaranteed at least one loop. And these blind people, they could travel from Brooklyn, Queens, or wherever, and they would come for a ride. You know, they go on the back of the bike. And I used to get in trouble a lot because you know, there's a special way you're supposed to talk to them. Like when you saw them, like, hey Bob, nice to see you. And then the director would pull me over to the side. Like, Lou, you can't say that. Like, why? What happened? It's like, it's nice to be here with you. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, really? He said hi. He didn't feel insulted. Like, you know, Bob, do you feel insulted when I say nice to see you if you're blind? I don't know. Or I would take them for rides, and they're like, he doesn't give notification prompts. Because that part I understand, the notification prompts, like, hey, we're just passing Central Park, the Dakota Towers. Because some of them used to be able to see, and they went blind. And they want to envision where we are on the ride. So that part I understood. But I always got into trouble because there's also, aside from giving the visual/virtual tour, you're supposed to say braking, so they know when you're stopping, or they know when it's a bump. You know, like bump. So I had a habit of forgetting, and they were like going and jumping around, and you know, they need to prepare themselves and hold on to the handlebars a little bit tighter. But I think my biggest challenge was like the way to speak to them. I just speak to them like I see everybody else, or be with everybody else, right? Like, I be with you, man. Nice to be with you, dude. And then you're like, that guy said, nice to be with me. I don't know. Then you got to change the way you talk to everybody, because then you have to be alert and conscious of, I don't know, the bullshit. Anyway. That's all I got for you. Let me see if I have a picture of myself with them. I have an old picture of me with the In Tandem group, if I can find it. Twinned tapestries. Let's see. Oh, my computer. Oh, no, I see. I'm going to find. It might not be on here. In Tandem. Nah. Because remember, I erased my machine. Maybe I type in Tandem. It's probably on the other computer. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'll find it and share with you guys another time. See, look, we destroyed it. You have to be careful when running the Dremel through. But I think it's on there permanently anyway, when we unscrew it. The only downside to this is that, as you can see, that's going to be bouncing around in there. You could use adhesive tape to bind it in to make sure it stays. I think we'll try some of that. One side's always going to be stronger than the other, but it's in there. It's not going anywhere. It's just that, you know, causing imbalance in the flight. But remember, it's 3D printed. It's jerry-rigged. It's the 04 light. But we have these things right here. We can try and see if that will do justice. Yeah, but it was fun. I liked it. I loved riding, taking them for tours. And there was one guy named, what was his name? I actually called him accidentally the other day. It's an update. Zach. I loved Zach. Zach was awesome because Zach came all the way from Verrazano Bridge area in Brooklyn, and he didn't want to ride the park. He was like, he wanted to go for an adventure. So I took him on. So we just rode. I rode from Central Park all the way to like near Staten Island. The only downside was, and then his wife was there to like, guide him back into the house. But the only downside was that I had to bring the bike back. So Zach's like, oh, I want to go 20 miles, to take him 20 miles, but then you have to bring the bike back, which was a bummer. So now we put that in there. So you got a little bit of stickiness happening, but that's gonna prevent it from shaking. So I love those rides because it gets boring going around Central Park in circles. But I didn't even know that was a thing. I forgot how I found it. I think I was bored and I was looking for places to volunteer, and I was like, and there was a whole list of places, because sometimes if you're looking for a job, to be honest with you, you volunteer somewhere or intern somewhere, and if you volunteer somewhere and when a position goes up for grabs, like for hire, you're the first person that comes to mind because you're in-house and you're already part of the program. But I wasn't looking to work with blind people. I was just I was volunteering my time at the community garden, and I got tired of the gardening thing, which is it changed. So then I was like, oh wow, and I love bicycling. I was like, oh wow, that looks like fun. Yeah, this worked. See, look, now it's in there. You could put some more on the other side, like jam it in, but yeah, maybe on that side. And this one has the cable there, so that's all right. Yay! And then we'll see if it works. Imagine it don't work. I'm sure it'll work, but might have to move all the stuff. I heard a bell. Oh look, it's twin tapestries. Let me open it over here so I can see it. I hate looking that way. I want to see it with my own eyes. My neck hurts. Hello. Bob, what's up? Says Swedish Forge. I want to try the Lego Game Boy and make it into a real deal. There's a kit out there. Oh, wow. What's up, everybody? No, it's nice. Twin Tapestry. Bob, have you changed your name? Making that Lego Game Boy would be nice. The kit would make it better. Swedish Forge. Yes, I did change my name. What do you think about that, Lou? About the Game Boy kit? I will tell you because we actually will be starting a series similar to the Game Boy experience. Nobody has time to volunteer. I'd rather get paid. Yeah, no, that was just like, no, I was working. I mean, I'm still working. I was something I would do in addition to my job. It's just something people do, like in addition to their jobs. They find someplace fun to volunteer. But it was also a way to get out of the house. So, because we were living in Manhattan, and the apartment was so small, like literally, we were like killing each other in there, like to the point where we would take turns. So I'd hang out downstairs in the lobby with my laptop. That's how small it was, and then it was just fun because I used to volunteer at the community garden down the street too. It was called the Liz Christie Garden on Bowery and Houston. And then when gentrification took over, I've always volunteered, whether it be at the garden or my kids' schools. It was just a thing. I like it. Great way to meet people, get involved in your community, stuff like that. So I would volunteer at the Liz. I'll tell you in a second once I get this in there. But yeah, it's just a thing to do to get out of the house too. Like just meet people, engage with them. Sometimes people have other hobbies or like you didn't even know about. You're like, oh well, that's really cool. And then you meet them and you're like, next thing you know, and then anyway, it's a community thing. If you want to be part of your community, do it now, Bob. Go volunteer. At my kids don't want to volunteer, so I could feel your pain. It's like an old person thing, that older people do. But yeah, so what do I think of the Lego kit? Not bad. But I'll show you a new series we're gonna start. There's so many different series. I could do I literally have all these amazing ideas or crazy ideas for the channel, and one of them is gonna be gaming, somewhat gaming. Let me put this in here. I'll show you the game. It's actually out there, but I'll give you a little glimpse of it. It's not a Lego kit, but it's another kit. This was way too small. I'm all for the Game Boy kit as long as it comes with it's all right, because you're just going to be building. It's a regular Game Boy that you're just going to be building the casing / frame around, right? If you really want to get into gaming and understanding the concept behind the scene, there's a coding kit. I made a video for it back in the day. You know, I keep saying, oh, we're going to do a behind let's make a deal thing where I share with you guys the collaborations. And then here, let me show you, or this one and that one. We still might do let's make a deal, but hold on, let me clean this up and then put these little things back in the baggies, and then I'll show you the other game kit that we got. It's a retro game, because some of these games I think you can find on the Game Boy, but then that's it, right? You build your Game Boy, you have your Lego kit, cool, and then now what, right? Why not take it to the next level and have a kit that doesn't have the Lego frame or anything, but you get to control what's happening inside behind the scenes when it comes to your build. We'll save these because sometimes these come in handy for the bottom of the drones, so that when you crash, you know, you don't break your stuff. Wow, that took forever. But hold on one second, Bob. I'll show you. And we already have a couple of games programmed, but let's see. Hold on. Ah, look at this mess. We can't get the drone up in the sky until we clean up what's down there. But give me a second. Let me put my glasses on, and since we're live, I'll go get that gaming experience that'll work out just right for you. Put this away. And put this here. Maybe I'll get another 04 unit. Nah, I'm done with the 04. Hold on. One moment, please. Don't break your stuff. What if you can do a gaming kit like this? Whoa. I have to walk over all this stuff. It's alright. Check it out, Bob. We make these videos so you don't have to. So you build your Lego kit. And then what you do is you'll drop your Game Boy in there, but then that's it. Now what if, it would be nice if there was a Lego kit for this. Well, not when the kids go back to school and on my days off, we'll do this. So this is a game. It's a STEM program. The brain pad, right? It has a built-in battery. And we have our on-off. I just charged it, so hold on. Power. See, on-off right there. The buttons are so small, even with my glasses. Turn it on. What? Huh, that's weird. It's on. The only downside is that the battery doesn't last very long. See how it's red? Reset. It is on. You're killing me. Welcome back to Everything That Glitches. I charged it. Like, I literally just charged it. Off. And on. I felt it vibrate. Batteries connected. Meh, just means it needs to be charged again. That's fine. Now I just need to find the connector. Let's see. And you control what's in there. You can have a plethora of games, which means many games, and you program them right? And you get to understand. And the best part about the coding here is it's drag and drop. You know, not drag as in man in a dress. You drag and drop. Meaning like you just put it in, move it around, make sure as long as your cable is in correctly. Battery life is, I have the battery pack, but apparently not. Let's see. That is so weird. No, the brain pad. Oh, that's the no wonder I put it in the wrong one. So this is the charger. It's supposed to charge the battery, okay? When that doesn't work, we say, welcome back to everything that glitches. I literally charged this so that next week it would be good to go. But that's okay. We make these videos so you don't have to. We put this in like this. It should light up. See? There we go. So the battery will die. Why? I don't know. Because you saw it was off. But we have here, this one's, remember the old game Flappy Bird? And then reset. Hold on. Ah. See? Ah. Wait, almost. Hold on. Ah. I gotta start up again. So that crashed a little bit. Okay, there we go. Huh. Let's try another button. Oh, there we go. See, it's not. Oh, there we go. I hit the ceiling. Remember Flappy Bird? Let's see if I can at least get past one. Ah. Again. I got about 1, 2. But the beauty of this is that you can control what happens next. We'll dive deeper into it if we go here. Go to Samsung Me. There's our chat. And we go to Microsoft Make Code Arcade. Now you don't need one of these devices, but as you can see here, you connect it, and now we're connected. I'm logged in. See, there's my ID right there. You can start coding, right? And honestly, we go into settings, language, report. I might have to watch my own video because I forgot how to do this. Oh, falling duck. See, 1 year ago. It's been a year since so forgive me if I don't, looks like I don't know what I'm doing. So we can do it from the computer and decide what happens. So now, see, you get to decide what happens, but the experience can be from here. See? Ah. So you decide where the loops are, the player, the kind. This one is okay, but then we have a space one. The space one took a while to figure out. Oh no. Galaga. Remember Galaga? I don't know if you remember Galaga. Galaga is one of my favorites. That one I like. So now we go here. And let's see, where's my oh, see? And we have the A button. We could shoot. Well, we have to figure out all the other fun stuff, but let's send it to the device. And the other games you have there, let's see. I don't remember how to send it to the device. Download. I may have to watch my own video. That happens sometimes because it's been a year. But you send it to there, and I don't know why this one. Oh, there we go. Galaga multiplayer. I had to figure out how to get rid of the multiplayer because it's a first-person shooter game on a single handheld device. Like, it makes no sense. You have the blocks, and then you have JavaScript, and then you have your assets, which you can change. But we have 6 problems in the game. See, our Dart 2 never assigned. Dart player 3 never assigned. Why do I need player 3 if I'm solo? I guess if you have multiple devices and you're at a school, right, and you can teach the kids. So that just downloaded it, got it. But I want to send it to here. What's here? Choose hardware. There we go. Choose your hardware. That would be, I don't know. Which one is my hardware? Probably this one. Microbot Shield. Brain Arcade. There we go. Yay! Wait for it. And then I chose my hardware. Oh, there we go. Sync. That's reboot. Pause. Sound. And you have your show variables. Play. Anyway, I have to figure that out because honestly, I think that would be much better than the Game Boy experience, learning what's happening behind the scenes. But if we go to menu, and then if we go to reset, resets it. I just don't, I have to watch my video again and see how, maybe there, share, home, tweak, we just downloaded it. But why not? Why doesn't it? Oh, there we go. Pair now. Yay. Connect device. No device found. That's so weird. I'm connected to it. Cancel. Connect arcade to your computer with a USB. Well, it's possible that there we go. Oops. There we go. Menu. Oh, there we go. And then it's not touch screen, but now it's coming back to me. It's like a memento moment. Hide console, show console. So now we have show console and connect device. No. Download. See? Your code is being downloaded. We want to pair it, but it's not connecting to the device. Usually it connects to there. It's possible that menu. We can turn the sound off. Show stats. Show console. Huh. Select your arcade. I want my arcade to show. Even you can download it and side load it, but as you can see, even it doesn't show up on the desktop. So it's possible that, I don't know, it could be a browser experience. Press refresh. Microsoft. Download. Select our Brain Arcade. See, there it is. Green. I wonder if there's a different brain pad. Sometimes that could be too. Nope. Okay. See, and then it should connect, but it's not. Maybe my micro USB. No, that's working. Unless it goes on the other side. Nah. Let's try putting it over here on that side. On the here. Maybe now it'll pair. Nope. No, because there was a time when you could, they changed the update where you could use the pad and interact with the computer that way. But they removed that feature. Reset. And it was connect to console from here. It's possible there could be a firmware update. So now we have hide console. Hide console, show console. And we want it to be show. See? Hi. Anyway, you get the idea. Can you play video games, Lou? Console? Yeah, you can. You just have to push them to here. And as you can see, apparently the console's not. It's not showing up, you know. Even when I click download. Pair now. You're killing me. It's just going to keep downloading all these. See? Usually it's there. I don't know why. Menu. We have a game over, but what if there's another button? Or maybe we turn it on. Maybe that's it. Maybe it needs like internal power for it to show up. Brain Arcade. Choose. Oh, connect. Maybe that one. Nope. Not even that works. Fuck. Let's try connect device. Nope. And we can choose hardware. Right. Nope. Let's go here. Maybe go to the main menu. Right. And then go here. Show console. Ah. Go here. Show console. Okay. Connect device. Nope. Let's choose hardware again. Choose hardware. Let's try. It's not that one. It's looping. Connect. Nope. Anyway, we'll figure it out. I gotta watch the video. I have it. Maybe they updated it where you just can't. Let's see if we go to Chrome, choose system, about Chrome. Maybe Chrome needs to be updated. We'll update Chrome and see what happens. Or maybe, just maybe, it's the USB-C cable. We'll relaunch Chrome. Always keep Chrome updated so you don't get hacked. And if we go here, sometimes, occasionally I play, not all the time, because as you can see, it's time consuming, and we don't have it. We have the Nintendo Switch, my favorite game. Maybe we'll do a gaming session. I think it's copyright issues though. Inside on the Nintendo Switch, one of my favorites. It's a puzzle game. So let's see what happens now that we reset it. Hide console. Show console. Okay. We have it set to show console. And then now, if we connect it, go here, connect device, and nope, shit don't load. Well, that sucks. Anyway, I probably have to watch the video. Let's go here. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. What about you? What games do you play, Bob? YouTube, and then we'll go here, your channel, BrainPad, BRAIN, BrainPad. Okay, there's our BrainPad from 1 year ago. Hey, wait, what's down here? BrainPad Arcade. Let's try that one. Oh, there we go. Oh, it needs a thumbnail. Oh, it won't sync. See, I even have a video that shows you how to sync it, and I can't figure out how to sync it because I can't remember. Obviously, there's an issue. Let's see what.
Hey there, welcome back, guys. In this video, we're going to be experimenting with the BrainPad. That's right. You ever wanted to code your...
All right, let's see. Hold on. Go here. Oh, there we go. See, you can play it. Oh well, there are other games too. There's like a version of Super Mario Brothers with a cat. I don't even remember that. Okay, so let's see. We go there. It's hung up on a loop. I can't hear it though. Hold on. It's on a loop. Okay. Alright, so I did everything right. So it's an issue with sucks. I did it all right, but shit ain't working. You know what? Let's disconnect, try another port. GTA, some Call of Duty Dead Island. That sounds pretty cool. I like the space ones like Nova and Metronoid. Nova was one of my favorites, to be honest with you. Now it's frozen. That's a good sign. We can live with frozen. Frozen's good because that means plugging it in and out did something. We have it set to show console. Come on, Microsoft, this is why we don't do Windows. And then refresh. Download. Choose our system. Learn more. Yay! No, it just downloads it. See, it's supposed to show up right there. Unless it's a browser issue. Let's try this. Chrome, do incognito mode. That's been an issue with folks logging in. Like if you have an online account for something and let's see, where are we? It just requires you to do incognito. Let's see, view history, new incognito window, paste it in, and if I go to download, choose hardware, choose the BrainPad, nothing there. But if we go to download, right, choose hardware, If this works, then I'll just have to log in from here. Nope. And then connect. See, no devices found. Kind of sucks. We'll know if it's the USB cable when we connect the drone in. All right, it's not working. Kind of sucks, but that is what it is. I have to get it working because that would be a great idea, Bob, to like have a little gaming session. But it looks like, let's go here. Maybe something with the settings, projects, prints, delete history, themes. Yeah, it shouldn't matter. We shouldn't need a private session. Extensions. They have other games. I don't know if they have any zombie games. They might have some sort of weird retro zombie game, you know, blast from the past or something. But other than that, that's so cool that you play games too. Mostly play on Xbox. Yeah, this is no Xbox. This is like you're gonna wish you had your Xbox. See, oh, this sucks, man. And even though we can download it, which we've downloaded many versions, you would side load it. But as you can see, it doesn't load because it's like one of those Windows experience. Maybe on reboot, or I reboot my machine before the stream. Anyway, I'll have to figure that out. Let's see, show console, hide console. Try hide, right? See what hide does. All right. Again, connect. Nope. And then now, cancel. Connect. Nope. Choose hardware again. Let's try. See, look, they have a retro arcade education. See, you can, like a Game Boy version. So you would pick that one, but we don't have that one. That would be cool for that kit because then you can push all the old games. Let's try. You know, if it doesn't work, you'd have to do a process of elimination and choose one that's similar and see what happens when you connect to it. See? This one just downloads the code. So we'll choose another device, choose hardware. Let's try something similar to, this one looks like a Adafruit. Now, Adafruit's really complex with their stuff. They're like next level stuff. I've experimented with some Adafruit stuff. That's deep down the rabbit hole of programming, and like just, I don't think if we had an Adafruit gaming system, we would not be on an endless loop of Groundhog Day of what we're trying to experience right now. It used to work through the controller. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer. I wonder what happens when I click the X. Close it. That brings you back into the game. And then what happens if I bring it back here and press that button? Brings you back to the game over screen. Reset. Hold down the reset button. That just resets that. And the show console. I'll figure it out later. Let's see if the drone works. It's just a bummer that it's not working anymore. And I don't have, this is USB, this is micro. What else do we have that has a micro connection? Probably the beta, not the beta, the drone behind us. The Pavo 25, I think, or the, I don't know, I get so confused with which drone is which. Oh, I heard something. I believe it would be, this one, the beta FPV Pavo 25. Yep. Because we rebuilt, remember, I don't know if you remember, we rebuilt it, and we put the new flight controller on here, and for some reason, it is micro. This is the only one I have. Oh, you know what? How we can tell? I was gonna say the one shot miner. That's USB-C. We'll put a drone in. This is just hard, that's all. We make these videos so you don't have to. So we'll just put this in so we can finagle it. Ah, it's such a pain, man. You know what? I'm just going to take a one-shot miner. I don't need to get in there again. That's what led us to the other video. Oh, you know what? Forget the one-shot miner. We can see if this thing will charge. Nope. Cable's fine. Okay. Cable's fine, but you know what? We got to do the drone because it could be a data thing. And remember, the new version of Betaflight is a web app, so we have to use Chrome anyway, right? So on that note, damn it, you ask and we answer. That's how we came down this path. But I want to get that game working because I charged it. It seems charging it didn't do justice because it glitched out anyway. See, it's so much easier when you can see what you're doing. Yay! Okay. Now if we go to Betaflight, connect. What? Oh, I think there was another option. Can't find my USB. Huh. Interesting. All right. Is it on? Very interesting. Connect. No. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. But I don't see it lighting up. So maybe it is the USB, micro USB. Connect. Cancel. Again. All right. Let's try another hole. What else do I have that has a micro USB connector? Which means that the cable is not working. That is so weird. Hold on. Oh wait, I think I saw something. Connect. Oh, there we go. I have to allow accessory. Okay, allow. Yay, it works. Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's here. And that's definitely wrong. Let's where is the reset Z axis? There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so it's not the cable, but it could be the allow accessory. And so we know the cable's good. Now we just got to get it out without breaking anything. Break your stuff. I just had to know. I just had to know if it would work or not. Got it. All right. So we know the cable's still good. And the issue is not the cable. You always got to rule that out, though. Unfortunately. Oh, look, the battery was working. Battery's working now. Got some juice in it. Ah, allow. So that's what we needed, like a hard reset to allow. Sweet. All right, so Betaflight found it. Now let's see if the brains behind the arcade, right, can do it too. Let's see. Close that, and then close that. Leave that like that, and close that. New one, and history, Microsoft, and then bring this back up. Go here, choose hardware, and nope. Well, we chose the hardware, but the software. And then if we go here, sometimes you have to put it into basically USB mode. Show console. And then try now. Yeah, it's possible that they changed their software, you know, and basically now don't work anymore. There's like a improved, better version of the game, or maybe it requires a different version of the software / firmware. That can only be done from the PC. Let's press refresh. You know, like it should go. This should go into like a. Oh look, you can play it from your computer. Debugging. Well, we're bugging out right now, to be honest with you. Screw debugging. Connect. Yay. Ah, got it. Sweet. There we go. Yay, we did it. Now we're here, we're in, and we can push another game, which would be this one, the space game. Let's go here, refresh. Close that. Ah, you're killing me. No, I can't get out. It won't let me out. Let me out. Debugging out. See? Refresh. No, nothing's working. Do a reload. Alright, let's see. Go here. Choose hardware. We got it connected. Alright. What's on that screen? And then download. Yep. Click allow. Yay. Pair. Connect device. Choose our gamepad. Yep, now we're in the mode that we want to be. I don't know why it was glitching out that way, but that's okay. Now that it's connected, as you can see here, I'll show you. Me stuff. So you want this screen to be like connected to USB or whatever it's called. So go here, Brain Arcade. See, it's connected, so we don't need to disconnect. So we'll click refresh and download. See, now the screen changed and it's downloading, hopefully. Connect device, and then we're going to select here. Oh, you can't see, but Samsung Me. And then now, but it keeps, now it's downloading but not pushing. See, it's paired. Connect. Voila. Sort of, because it's flashing it it says flashing, but I don't know what it's flashing, because on the reboot, it's Flappy Bird all over again. So that I don't know. So we can go here, show console. See, it says downloading, but it's stuck on the loop. And it says pause, which is fine. But if we don't want to disconnect, leave it there. Hopefully it'll fix itself. I'll figure that out later once I get it going. But it's a bummer that it's not. It's a bummer, and it's good for business, because then we can say welcome back to everything that glitches. Shit don't work. Literally can't make this up. Just use one-shot miner. Yeah, I did. I used the one-shot miner. I mean, I didn't, but I was like, that would have been a solution too, because it has the micro connection. But now this isn't. It's caught on a loop, endless loop of rebooting. So at least we know it's not the cable. Yeah, the GTA 6 leaks. Did you hear about? No, I didn't. No, I didn't hear about 6. Click download. And there we go. Choose the brain. Yay, connect. At least now it's connecting, you know. And then connect. Pair with device. See, it's stuck on a. Now it says downloading, which is fine, right? Because we want it to download, and this is caught on a loop, and it's like Flappy Bird forever. See? Damn it! What if we connect, connect, and then not leave it there. We're connected now, but put it in don't let it play a game. Put it in a menu. I don't want to even let me go in menu. Maybe turn the power off. Maybe that's the conflict. Too much juice. Let's see. Menu. It won't even let me go into menu. Reset. Reset just resets the game. Ah, there we go. You gotta reset. This is why I don't do Raspberry Pi. That's pretty much how Raspberry Pi works. Alright, we'll try it again. Like, it glitches out, and after like 20 tries. Choose hardware. Nice. And download. Yep, there we go. It says downloading. Connect device. At least now it found it. And yay, it did it. Finally. And now we've got a space game. There was a time when you could play it on the game console here on the side. But hold on, let's go back here. Me stuff. And then now we've got the space game. See? Player 1 wins. How did I win? I only shot 1. See, I got 21. Yeah, about that. Welcome back to everything that glitches. Alright, we probably have to reset. Okay. We got fire. I remember I had done rapid fire. See? And when I have to go back trace, you know, my steps, so I can remember, right, where like what's the high score, like what wins the high score. See that? But I remember I had to fix it because it didn't do rapid fire. But see, player 1 wins 21. But then I have to reprogram it so that it reboots after that. So I have to look at the code here and figure out. That's another story. See, player 1 X200, that's right here. We got that figured out. Dart 4, that's player 1. But then we have here set player, the sprite, and then position. And then we have, I had to disconnect these players because we don't have player 2, right? We don't need player 2. And then you have on-game update every 500. And then we have bogey. Bogeys are the other guys. Win. There we go. Game over. Player 1 wins. And you see, that's it. So we need to like figure out a reboot. Like play again after it. See, destroy. Player 1 is out. Player 3 on player 3. Life is 0, which is fine. Everyone starts off at 0. So let's see. Set dialogue, color, player 1 wins, game over. And player 1 is out. So that's it, and destroy. And then we need something else to go down here. Which would be, what would be, game, maybe? Win, high score, prompt, ask, start. You want it to reboot, like you want it to play again. So that would be, anyway, we'll figure it out. Prompt, splash, ask, prompt number, loop, probably loop, repeat, continue. What's on start? If we go to start, see, on start. Variables, my sprite, animation, extend advanced. You have arrays and functions, game. Don't hate the player. I guess you can just hit reboot, but you can't hit reboot. Hit reset. Reset works. But we wanted to do like Flappy Bird. So I have to look at the Flappy Bird code and figure that out. Anyway, let's see if this thing works. And then, yeah, this would be really cool if it works, right? You saw how hard it was to get that shit up and running? Like, it just was glitching out. But plugging it into Betaflight helped reset the USB-C connection. There must be a way to do it in Chrome to ask for USB, you know, when that thing happens. I need to clear this out of the way before flight training begins. That was quite the build. And now I might have to have another frame printed, because if I take it apart and we're going to put a GPS and buzzer on there, hopefully, right, just hopefully, the screws will go back in, right? Considering that it's PLA and it's not like it's set in stone. When we unscrew it, it might change the whole experience and the screws won't go back in again. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. All right. Rates should be good because, oh, yeah, I think rates are fine because I think it's the Pavo something. All right. See what we have here. Grab a battery and go here. So we just want to see if it hovers. If it hovers, great. Then we know everything's fine. We'll check the rates too, but not right now. I just want to. Oh no! I can't. Oh, I do. I need one of those USB-C thingies. All right. Put this back. All right. Chair here. And I choose a unit. So for this case, it would be 04. I think it should be set to 04 because we flew. Last time I flew was with Ken out in the field. All right. Oh, the toilet strap. Damn it. But that's okay. Oh man, damn it. Well, we'll fly next. Well, we'll fly this. We'll fix this one next week, but we'll fly some FPV. Can't put a toilet strap on because the frame. Damn it, frame is you're killing me. That's okay. We'll fly the sub 250. So one thing you have to make sure of with these drones is that you have an extra toilet strap. But aside from those we have tons of. Which means we got to take it apart. Unless, I don't know, we'll see. So we could get this in there, right? And then pull it out. I'll show you what's happening. Where is the tweezers? Here. Me stuff. Pull that out. But as you can see, there's only one way for this to go, right? And now we can put a battery in, but it has to go, and we're never going to get up because the battery has to go that way. See? So we need to turn the frame around. I knew I forgot something. So the battery will fit. Watch your antenna. And as you can see, fits nicely on there. But we can't plug it in. I wonder if... Oh yeah, we could still take it apart, I think. No, we got one more screw in there. Wish these cables came longer. Or we can jerry-rig it, right? We can try and put it through the other way. It's not ideal, but not standard practice. But we make these videos so you don't have to, so it doesn't fit. We'll have to take it apart. Hopefully we don't have to print another frame. And pull that through. Watch your antenna. There we go. I think now we can put the antenna back. I don't think it's going to impede, obstruct our photobomb, our experience. And then we can then we don't have to keep fixing it. You do have to watch it though when you crash to make sure that it doesn't go into the propellers. So check it. Remember, I have a video that shows you how to fix it, but honestly, the last thing you want to do is be fixing this antenna. And we'll just stretch it out. I think it should be okay. All right, so now might get a little something. See, it's not supposed to be like that though. I wish they sealed the deal the other way when making this frame. Then you wouldn't have to worry about where where stuff was. So we got it. We know that's working. That's working. Remember, it overheats. This is the Pavo Pico 1 version 1, so this does overheat fast. They don't have battery management on this flight controller to make it an optimal experience. It's okay. And you want to watch your wires too. See that? Make sure that doesn't do that. You're killing me. And if we can get that in there, right? Make that tighter. I remember this being an issue with the battery. Make sure nothing is rubbing around and down. Turn this on. Turn the goggles on. Oh, goggles. It bound. Okay, good. I heard something. Yep. Sweet. We're in horizon mode. One moment, please. I forget because this is a different flight controller. Okay, that's throttle. Acro. Angle. Throttle down. Okay, let's see if it hovers, then we'll give you guys front row seats to what's happening in here. All right. Sweet. Make sure. Oh wow. Your like antenna is running through the cable, and if it's not, you can fix that. But you can just put it like that. Make sure it's like that. Okay. There's a little hole in there for it, but everything's glitching out today. All right. Hopefully it flies, or just hovers at least. Throttle. We're in angle. Angle is what you want to be in when flying indoors. Some guys can do acro. Interesting. It's kind of glitching. I'm just checking the wires, making sure nothing is going to rub. Everything's good there. Okay. It's not working. At least it's recording. It's beeping, that's a good sign. Pablo Pico version 2, aircraft overheated. Not working. I don't know, I'll have to troubleshoot it. Maybe flash it again. At least we get some visuals in here, but we'll try one of the other drones. I'm sure it's something. Sometimes when you take the battery out and then you put it in, that could make the magic happen. We'll leave it like that for now. It is beeping. You got a beep, and then it's an acro, horizon, angle. Push it down, and missed it. Missed the boat. It overheated. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, battery's still good, and we've got one here. So let's just set it up so that everything's being pushed over here. So we'll go here, and then go into the goggles, make it wireless, and there's my balance. All right. Now that we got that. No transmission. And then we just gotta go here to get my phone. Make sure DJI Fly works. The goggles have to show up in here. Trust. Wow, everything's having trust issues today. Brain pad, this one, this is having trust issues. Just not wanting to connect. We were just here, it was just connecting. I don't know. Sometimes that happens. leave that like that. And then we'll go here to our desktop, connect, yay, we're connected. And then go here to a reflector. And there we go. And then go here. And and there we go. Another trust 6597, 6597. This is why you don't want to put battery in, because the 04 unit will have overheated. And then we're back to where we are. There we go. It's on our screen, and now hopefully the DJI doesn't crash. If it did, that's okay, because we know how to fix that too. All right, now we go here, stuff only. What is that? I forget which one. Oh, Samsung Me. There we go. Now we put a battery in. Now we can put a battery in, and we'll have to troubleshoot the other one and figure out what's wrong with it, but I don't know. We make these videos so you don't have to. I'm sure it's something, but what, I don't know. Cool. All right, crash flip. Battery's still good. 90 degrees at the bottom Fahrenheit. Once it gets to 150 or 60, the flight controller is overheated. All right. Could be one of the flight controllers is shot. One of them is shot. I remember. That's an old one from a couple of years ago. It's possible that I put the wrong drone together. All right. Like, even though it connected. Whoops. Definitely not acro. Angle for indoors. Crash flip, which is backspace to get out of that mode. Push this down and up, so we know that down is out and away. Sweet. Whoops, this is where I always tend to get out of control. Whoa, 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 that was close. I always have trouble with that turn. I mean, not that turn, but whoops. It's always trouble in the beginning. You saw that glitch? Like how it just blanked out? Whoops. Just knowing when to turn. I wonder what that flashing star is over there, though. Those 4 stars. Whoops, I was trying to do like those FPV guys do, fly fast. I don't like flying in bullet time, to be honest with you. It's just harder. It's like white knuckle driving. Whoops. Bunny hops. You're always going to do bunny hops in the beginning. This is our Highlander moment. Whoa, watch the fan. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Low battery, mayday, mayday, get out of there. Get out of there. Oh no, whoa, whoa, whoa. We gotta get out. Lou. Woo. Back on the sofa, quickly. Mayday. Boom. Ha ha! Kinda neat, huh? Wow. It's like knowing when to pull the trigger, when to go up, down, left, right, all that other fun stuff. And get out before it's too late. Ooh, it's like nerve-wracking. And that's at 75% throttle. Some guy was like, oh, you have to put it in 95, and then you'll have full control. I can barely control it in frickin' 75% throttle. Let's try that again. Remember, we have more batteries. All right. So I want to practice down here. All right, let's see what we got. Well, this one's a little puffy. That's weird. It shouldn't be like that. I forget which battery. Oh, so we have two over there. Oh, the old 4 unit. All right, pop battery again. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see, full version me, Samsung me. All right. I think next week. Well, I'm not sure my schedule next week, but we'll figure it out. Angle. Definitely, this needs adjusting. Sweet. There we go. Now you see why everybody's got to leave the house. Like, everybody out. I forget how they do that around the chairs. Whoops. You know, like when they do those wild turns and orbit. It's just like knowing your surrounding. And practice. You just gotta practice, you know? Knowing when to make the magic happen. And that's why, you know, those real guys, not that I'm not real, but, you know, they like flying like that. I can't. I don't like it. But that's just why it doesn't matter to me if the camera is ultra wide or whatever, because I don't really care. I'm not the footage. When I fly this drone, it's not about the footage. It's about the flight experience. Maybe in a couple of years, if I got better, I'd be like, you know, into the 04 or the wide or whatever. But, you know, you will get better. Low battery. Boom. Yeah, you know, with time. Let's try it again. See, it's really tricky, but once you get used to flying around obstacles, you just build up your comfort level of flying around things and people. Alright, one more battery and the show is over. Then I want to figure out the other drone, but I'll do that another time. I think it's a flight controller, because I do remember one was not working and one wasn't. The one with the GPS definitely works. I don't know. Alright. Oh, look, I can fly from the computer. Let's see what we have. Angle mode. And away we go. Whoops. Oh wow. I hate when that happens. That's the other part of FPV. Sometimes you had a great experience like just now, and then all of a sudden shit just goes defunct. Crash flip. And it's never, you know, you have to, this one seems like overly sensitive. Like we were just flying it. So you can't really get attached to the experience and assume that, like, oh, I'm flying like it was. I'll just pop another battery in. This one says land now. But, and we don't want it to fall from the sky. Whoops. Land it, land it, land it. Mayday, 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 mayday. Boom. Yeah, I don't know why. But sometimes, oh, maybe it's a propeller thing. Like maybe like something, maybe it got a dust bunny in there. I don't know. That's the other thing. You can get into the habit of, you know, it's addictive. You're flying, you're having a good time, and then you're forgetting to check the drone every time you crash land or you're flying low to the ground, because sometimes there could be debris in there and a propeller could fall off, and then you're just like, oh, I'm gonna go again and run, put the battery in, and go put a battery in, and then the next thing you know, shit's glitching out. We might have another battery somewhere. Like because you heard that like I don't know. Let's test this battery out. See what we got here. Wrong one. Wrong hole. Let's see what we got. I just want to hear the throttle. This one's got a little bit of juice in there. I mean, I don't recommend flying with it. I just want to hear it. I don't need to bring it up again because we're done with the batteries. And bring that down. See, there we go. I don't know why I was making that loud. That's fine though. Anyway, we know it works. The other one, don't know about, but I'll fix it. And that's it. That's the end. The end of today's show. And then we'll figure out what's wrong with the other one, and that's it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. We know this one works. We know the other one works, but this one don't. Wherever it is, wherever I put it. Put that there. Turn this off. Anyway, hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. That machine couldn't have turned on at a better time. And we'll see you all next time. If I can find my glasses. Anyway, they'll show up. was over, but I just need to check something. Hello. Stream error. That could be Wi-Fi. Okay. What? So weird. Ken, what's up, Ken? Good seeing you. I didn't even see the because I didn't check the other stream. Interesting. It was a drone. 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 I don't know why the other comments didn't come in. Probably because the drone probably fell from the sky, overheated. It could be many reasons, many things. What's up, Ken? I didn't even know we were here on this particular feed. Yeah, so a lot of times you want to land now. See how I was getting a land now on the little mini drone, and if you don't land now, you run the battery. The battery just will do its thing. Or sometimes if you crash a lot, the batteries will explode. It's hitting a lot of different variables. But if the drone was working, then it's just some other issues. Sorry I missed that, but yeah. See, now I'm getting an error again. Auto key connection pull, and now it should be good on this one. Oh, it's still poor. So weird. I don't know why. Let's try that. Keeps changing their stuff.